Hi, this is Brandon from Watches on You. Today we're taking a look at a very interesting watch. This is the Gevril Tribeca Paul Newman Chronograph. Now, first, before I start this review, I want to remind you that we're here at JB Hudson Jewelers in Minneapolis, Minnesota, who have lent us this piece for the purposes of a review. And this watch is available on sale pre-owned for $4,280. Now, just looking at this watch, if you're unfamiliar with it, you can tell that it is modeled after the Rolex Paul Newman 6263 Daytona, and this is perhaps the highest quality homage watch that has ever been produced. So it's actually powered by an ETA 2824 movement with a Dubois module, chronograph module that is, which is commonly found in many other premium watches from many other premium brands, and it's been used again by a variety of manufacturers like Omega and many others. So this watch we'll go into the details of this piece and kind of describe why this watch is so expensive for an homage watch. Now, I think that this watch is, in my opinion, I probably would not purchase one. Typically I tend to stay away from homage watches, but I definitely wouldn't fault you from purchasing this watch. Again, because it is about 2% of the price of a Paul Newman Daytona, which this watch is modeled after, and it really does have pretty much the same quality. The bracelet, everything really does feel like a Rolex. It really feels like a vintage Rolex, that is. And even the bezel itself, it's got a, I think it's probably an acrylic coating on the outside. So this watch is from 1999, so getting info on it is a little bit difficult, but everything that on this piece that I can see really does say vintage Rolex, essentially. Even the back, you can see it has kind of a, it's reminiscent of the oyster case, and it really does kind of come in a very high quality package. I really love the watch. Even the dial has some beautiful texturing, and the text is absolutely fantastic, and pretty much everything is great. So again, on that bezel, you even get that acrylic kind of coating on the outside that makes it almost look like a bakelite bezel, and it really is reminiscent of a vintage Rolex. Additionally, you get the acrylic crystal. You can see there are some scratches on it a little bit just because this watch is pre-owned. It really does pop off the case just like it would on a vintage Rolex. And actually, it's been said that the pushers on this watch are actually completely interchangeable with a Paul Newman Daytona. So I'll demonstrate the functionality of the chronograph feature here by unscrewing that top pusher and on the bottom pusher. So again, it's just a traditional chronograph. So you start it by pressing the top pusher, and as you can see, the hand moves smoothly around the dial. I'll stop it again with that top pusher and reset with the bottom pusher. It is it functions very spectacularly. The feel is great. It feels a little bit, I would compare it to a ETA Valjoux movement in terms of how the pushers feel, but it's a little bit softer than that. It feels exquisite. It does not feel like a low quality homage at all. It's very, very well made. But again, I tend to personally stay away from homage watches. I know John Mayer has spoken on the subject, and he thinks that this watch is okay. Personally, I again wouldn't wear an homage watch, but I just wanted to actually give you another watch that you could kind of compare this to around the same price point. With regard to pre-owned. So obviously brand new, the Omega Speedmaster comes in at above $5,000, but pre-owned you can buy one for around the same price as this Gevril in great condition. So you can see that overall the quality isn't that much different between these two watches. I would say that the bracelet and the clasp is slightly better on the Speedmaster, but again, it's a very high quality homage. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this piece. I'm really interested to see what kind of the overall community feels about this watch. It's very I haven't really made up my mind, as you can tell on it, but I just wanted to kind of expose this for you. And remember, this watch is available on sale at JB Hudson Jewelers in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.